Hey, what's going on, everybody? So, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. For the past month, I have not had much luck fishing. The last time that I caught a fish was probably last month at the treatment plant, and I caught a white bass. But that is probably the worst fishing experience that I've ever had. I'm fishing in sewage, and I'm also fishing when somebody passed away. Somebody decided to dare this guy to jump and swim across the bayou, across Buffalo Bayou. You know how dirty that place is? So they dared him to jump. He got halfway, something happened, and he drowned. I don't know if they ever found the body. I haven't heard any updates on the news. But that's probably the worst, the most depressing fishing spot in the whole U.S., in the whole world. But anyway, so that's the last time that I caught a fish. Now, I've been to Surfside, to the jetty a couple times, no luck. You know, I was like, man, I must really suck at fishing now. But then, I seen my homeboys, Carlos and Blake, they pulled up a bunch of jacks a couple days ago. So I was like, you know what, let me go give it a shot. Let me go fish with them and see what's up. Luckily, I was able to catch one jack. That day was extremely slow. Nobody was catching anything. I think like two got caught. My homeboy Ezra, he caught one jack. And then homeboy Felix with 5 Star Fishing Team, he helped me land the jack that I caught earlier. He landed one jack, and then I landed the third one. I think homeboy Leo, he landed like one jack. And then somebody else landed another jack. So the whole day, 5 jacks were landed. That's extremely slow. But anyways, we're going to Galveston Fishing Pier. Let's try our luck. And let me show you what I'm going to be using, all right? Hopefully we land one. That's all I'm asking for, just one fish, all right? Let's do it. Now, I'm having a real hard time trusting weather apps at the moment because the last time that I've been going to the pier or the jetty, the wind is supposed to be like 5, not 9 miles southeast winds. I get there, it's blowing like 20, 25, all right? So, fair warning, I'm going to have to voice over some of it because this morning when I went to the pier, it was supposed to be blowing 12 southeast. No way. It was blowing like 20 with 30 mile southeast gusts, alright? So the wind is all up on the camera. So I will voice over the beginning of it, alright? So here we are at the pier. I'm going to be fishing the Castmaster, the 2 ounce. I'm going to cast it out there. Now, at this moment, the wind is extremely nasty. It's blowing hard. All you're going to hear is wind noise. So I'm going to turn that down, and I'm going to voice it over, alright? So, what we're doing here is we're basically blind casting the jacks. The wave action is pretty hefty because the wind is blowing hard, so you really don't know where the jacks are at. You don't see any topwater explosions, and you don't see any birds diving. So what we're doing is we're actually looking at the water, and if we see like any baitfish jumping, a mullet, glass minnows, shad, something's going to be jumping. That's going to be our cue that there might be fish under that section of the water. So that's basically what we're doing. Now, if we're looking 50, 60 yards into the horizon, into the water, we might not see that. So we'll look for bigger baitfish jumping. Besides that, if we have no cues, we're basically casting blindfolded into the ocean and hoping something takes our lures, alright? So I'm casting the Castmaster in there, and I'm just giving it a steady retrieve, working the water column, because at this point, since we can't see any surface action, there are no birds diving. So what I'm doing is I'm just testing the waters, literally, to see where these jacks are at, alright? So we're going to be casting, man, we're going to go ahead and give it like 100, 120 casts in here, and hopefully we land something, all right? Here we go. You got 30 pounds, so let it run, let it run. Good. Yeah, better than overhead. I'd rather go over there under here. Hell yeah. Going under you. you. Yeah. What's going on, bro? How you what? I bet shook me all over the pier.
Alright.
Here, let me go under you. Should be bringing him in right now. Appreciate it, bro. Maybe he's right there. He's done. Should be pulling up now. For real? Oh, shit. Here, there you go. Yeah, right here. Perfect. Sure. Nice. Hell yeah. Appreciate it, man.
Sure.
Fuck yeah. That was a tank, bro. It's like 40.
Jack juice. Good job, bro.
Appreciate it, bro. Let's measure right quick.
Yeah. I think I got chewed off by a cat.
Huh?
I think I got chewed off by a mackerel.
Yeah, probably, dude.
I'm super afraid.
41. Hell yeah. Big old jack. I have an assortment of lures here. I like to use the Rapala, the X-Wraps, the 12 and the 14 size. We got Johnson spoons, we got a popper, we got a bunch of Bomber Long A's in there. We got some spoons in there. Here's a Castmaster spoon. This is my favorite spoon to use. I'll explain that in a little bit. Whopper Plopper, I'm dying to catch a big jack on these. We got swim baits. Here's another Rapala 14 size, the black. Amazon spoon. Sabil shad, stick shad I think. I think that's how you say Sabil, I'm not sure. But anyways, this is some of the stuff that I'm gonna use. Now when I'm fishing for jacks, I mainly like to use spoons. The reason why is because you can cast them out real far, they're heavy, and you can reel them in real quickly without those spoons hitting the surface. Now it's important to keep the spoons like mid-level, mid-column of the water, okay? Because the jacks they're not always at the bottom of the water, at the bottom of the ocean. They're also not always at the top. If they're at the top and you'll see them. But sometimes in the morning, or at the jetties, they're not at the top, so you have to find them. And the best way to find them is to get a heavy spoon and throw them out there and reel them in fast, okay? Jacks like fast-moving baits, so this is what you're gonna have to use, all right? That's my favorite. But my favorite spoon to use is the Castmaster with the bucktail. I feel like the bucktail really gives it more of an action, much more appealing to the jacks. All the jacks that I've caught have always been on Castmasters. Now, when you get the big Castmasters, they don't come with split rings, so you have to do a loop knot. See, I got right here a 50-pound fluorocarbon loop knot. Favorite spoon from jacks. And everybody likes to use these right here because you can get them from Amazon real cheap. These are great. These are great too. I like them too, but sometimes I get a little careless and I don't wash off my stuff right away. It's already rusted. But these work. They really work. Now, if the jacks or redfish, I see them at the very bottom of the water, at the bottom of the column, I like to use swim baits. I like to fish these by the pylons close, the guts. I've caught a ton of jacks, a bunch of bull reds on these, and usually when there's jacks, there's big bull reds. Got it connected to a tactical angler's power clip right there. If I see some topwater action, I'm gonna put this on my bait caster, Whopper Plopper Black. And on my big rod, big old popper, they're on the top. This is some of the stuff I'm going to use right here for lures. Let me show you the gear I'm going to be using. Now, if you've been subscribed to me for a long time, you know that I've had this ballistic for a real long time. I think I've had it for 5 to 6 years actually. I got this when it first came out. It's never let me down. I've got a bunch of jacks, bull reds, everything. I have 30-pound line on here. It's on a Daiwa Coast 2 SP surf rod, 7 foot. We expect to fight jacks a little longer on this setup, but it's really good. I like it. It's light. I can cast it all day. Next up, this is my Shimano 8K Spheros on the 9-foot Daiwa Coastal SP surf rod. This is loaded with 30-pound Fins braid, the pink one, of course. Now, this is what I use to cast out big 3-4 ounce spoons. I cast the big swim baits, big Rapala 14 size for the jacks. It has a lot of capacity. It might take me a little longer than expected to land some of this because I'm only using 30-pound line. But honestly, I much rather have the line capacity than putting a bunch of drag. Here we go. I like to fight my fish. I like to savor that fight. Now here's my Daiwa Tatula 200 HD. I've caught a bunch of jacks on these, but it usually takes about 5 minutes to land a big jack on my big setup. When you use a bait caster, it almost takes me 45 minutes. Extremely fun, super intense. You're super tired afterwards, but it's really fun. It's worth it. You get to really feel the power of these fish with a bait caster. This is what I cast 1 ounce lures, small top waters, small swim baits. It works. You check it out. Now, not that it matters, it doesn't really matter to be fashionable when you're fishing, but it does matter that you're functional and full of tech. So just in case it decides to rain, I got my Nike ACGs Terra Antarctics, Gore-Tex lining membrane, good grip on them, they're comfortable, they'll keep your feet dry so you don't get all soaked. Trust me, there's something worse than having wet feet. And I also got my Gore-Tex Bass Pro 100 mile per hour bibs. I got these at Bass Pro on sale. I think they were like 120 bucks. They're normally like 250, but I got a real good deal on them at the end of the year. You gonna need these in case it rains. You don't want to be wet, all right? It has to be Gore-Tex too. That keeps you dry and breathable. Well, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I caught the first jack of the year, 41 inches. We'll give it 40 actually. I actually like to subtract an inch or 2 inches off my fish just to be more accurate. I don't like to lie about my measuring. I don't like to lie about the sizes. I usually try to always get the measuring on video, but that one was around 41 inches, but we'll leave it at 40 inches, you know, just to be pretty accurate and like that we're not boasting or making up numbers, all right? So that's it. Now you know what gear I'm using, what lures, how I'm working them, when exactly to catch the jacks. Now, what I like to say is that you can catch jacks throughout the year from early spring to late, early fall. In the early spring, conditions don't really matter. They're just always running up and down the beach at the jetties. Now, after early spring, the summer, and then early fall, then you do have to worry about conditions. I tend to catch more jacks out of the spring area when you have a clear blue water running in, subtle southeast winds at the jetties and at the piers or at the beach, all right? So that's what I look for throughout the year. But in the spring, they're out here running. They're everywhere, all right? That's it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you catch your personal best jack. Or if you've never caught a jack, I hope you catch it after this video, all right? Appreciate it, y'all. Like, subscribe. Thank y'all very much.